Hey everyone, how's it going today? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So let's get started here. How did the month of April start for everyone, right? So today we started off with our monthly overview or outlook for the market here. We were looking at the important facts that were going on in the stock market, such as April being the best month for trading, and then as well as in the sense that April also has earnings and there's a lot of pre-earning events that occur in the month of April. So you have to be very careful when you're trading in this particular month. You can make a lot of money or you can lose a lot of money depending on how you time the market. So this is how we started off in the morning, looking at the different sectors, what was performing in the previous quarter and what has been, where the money has been flowing in the previous week. So this is how we start to work our day in. And then we had alerts going on today where we were looking at, Facebook, Roku, and also our trading plan with some other stocks that we're watching like BNTX, LMT, and also our swing trade on Tesla, which paid up really, really big. So the overall analysis in the market today, right in the beginning, it was all about SPY, Triple Q, and what they were doing, right? So as you guys can see, based on my previous video, I talked about the previous close that we had today was that on Friday we had a hammer candlestick. This is a bullish indication that price could continue to rise. This is exactly what happened today. SPY didn't have a great day, less than 1%, but it's still pretty good for SPY, right? So my target on the short term is 461, and we want to see if price can get above this and consolidate and continue to move higher, or if the price gets rejected and moves down. So with a lot of earnings being coming up this month, this should be actually a very bullish indication if the market continues to run, right? So the bigger thing was on a smaller time frame, price was starting to rise really, really well. But as we can see, there's some long wicks here that are coming up. So we need to be very careful in this area right here where the market is. Okay, this is a smaller time frame. So these are long wicks here. Okay, so these wicks, meaning there's a lot of buyers that pushed from here, but you see this big sell. Sellers were able to take control on this day. So buyers once again have to overpower these sellers here if they're still here, right? So if they're not, then the buyers can easily push to 462 very, very easily, right? So the triple Q here, what we want to look at, what's going on with the triple Q. Once again, this is an important supply zone. Triple Q's had some issues here and previously as well. It's tried to bounce. It's gone up all the way to about 383 and then just turned over previously, right? So we want to see triple Q get above about 370, then consolidate, retest, and then we get a push to the upside. But if we don't get that and we just get a complete rollover, we can go to 353, right? The thing is, we got some long wicks at the bottom here coming up, so there's some buying pressure to the upside. That confirms, our previous days here, that there are more buyers and sellers in the current market. And for the start of April, this could be very, very bullish for the Qs as well as SPY. Okay, so what we want to see on the smaller time frame here is what we're seeing. We're seeing, prices starting to consolidate upwards. We are seeing a level of resistance at 371. We want to see price respect that and try to fight in this area before pushing higher. So be careful if you are trading tech. But today, the tech sector itself did really well, right? As well as semiconductors. Semiconductors moved price up really well as well. But these are all in important levels. Okay. So these are important levels. So this is what we give. These alerts go out in our trading community when certain sectors start to move, and this is exactly how we place our trades because the stock market is not dependent on a single stock. It is a basket of stocks. So if a sector starts to move, the likelihood of that stock moving or exploding increases substantially. So you have to understand the dynamics of the stock market in that sense, right? So if we're looking at XHP, this is a home builders ETF. It had a nice move to the upside. Semiconductors did as well. But the interesting thing is commodities. Okay, so if you guys, this is a quick lesson here. So DBC, and if you want to compare two sectors, you just put a slash and XLK. Okay, and you're gonna get a chart that comes up that looks like this. Always use a line chart, okay? So what this is telling us is that on the top we have commodities and on the bottom we have tech. If the line is moving towards the bottom, that means tech is rising. And if the chart is moving to the upside, that means commodities are rising. we don't see them both rise together, that's not usually a positive sign. So what we want to see is, if tech is rising and it has good momentum behind it, you will see commodities take a beating because, a lot of people want their money in growth stocks because they move faster and so on and so forth, right? If you see from about 2018 to 2020, tech led because you see price coming down, so tech is at the bottom. So right now, that's something important to look at, right? So we want to see this chart roll over, and we want to see the money flow into tech. Okay, so that's something important to pay attention to. So let's go back into the triple Qs here. So triple Qs, the other important thing is, it's a nice move, right? So I do the analysis this way as well, the line chart. So this is moving upwards. We want to see price get above this, close, and then push. So you have to be very, very patient this month. If you're not patient, your chances of losing money increase tenfold. Okay, so because you can get faked out, reversals, so many different things can happen. Let's look at IWM here. IWM, unfortunately, it's not able to get above this supply zone. It's forming a doji candlestick here again. This is not something that you want to see at a resistance level. At a support level, doji levels are great, but at a resistance level, to me, this is not a good sign. But we'll see what price does. We do have some green, buying pressure, but then the range is so small. So the fact that we have, green, but the range is small, is a different psychological indication totally. I will wait to see what price does in the coming days. So I will stay away from small cap stocks for now. Dow Jones once again, nice price move here. Nice support bounce here with a hammer. Today we have a green day as well. I'm expecting Dow Jones to have a positive day or a positive up move in the coming weeks here, based on these candlesticks currently. Once again, this is what we have to go off of, right? So it does look bullish, and there are bullish indications to me right now. So looking at the VIX is starting to roll over as the market is starting to turn upwards. This is a bullish indication. This is fine, but you see how the support is still holding here. So I'm not too confident in the market move to the upside just yet. It is looking like it wants to go higher, but am I confident in the move? No. Right. So we got gold here. As long as gold holds above 175, it could be problematic for the market, right? Because gold above 175, holding the level really well, that means big money could be still holding gold. If they're holding gold, that means they're hedging themselves against inflation or different things. So that's something to be careful of. Okay. So today the sectors that did well were communication, XRT, XLY, commodities, XLK, semiconductors, home builders, and oil and gas. So, it was a mix of sectors that did well. The top sectors were obviously communication, XRT retail, and XLY consumer stocks, right? So, since these stocks were up, this is a positive indication for me for the up move in the market, right? So looking at ARC is trying to get above 70, trying to make its way to 73. I want to see a nice push, retest, and then continue to move higher. If it gets rejected at 73, it's gonna move down really fast, really hard. Okay, so the next sector that we have on here is KWeb, is China. We want to see a nice push from China here, right? We want to see it get to about 34 and then a retest and a nice push to about 38, which can really help the movement of Baba and Baidu. As you can see, because like I said earlier about the sectors, right? Sectors have to be moving together. Just like KWeb is in a consolidation, so is Baidu. But you see this huge buying here, right? This is interesting. So Baba could have bottomed right here, and it's just starting to move higher now. Okay, so that's something to keep your eyes on, right? So Baidu, same thing. We have a lot of buying right here. So Baidu's in consolidation. It's looking like it wants to go higher from here. So we'll see if this sets up the next leg higher for Baidu. Okay, so keep an eye on these stocks. These guys could really move really, really well. Okay, so that's something to look forward to. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment today. Overall, strong start to the month of April. If you guys like to see anything else, leave in the comments below. If you guys like what I do, please like, comment, and subscribe. And hope you guys have a great day.